Hey, what's up, guys? The Gangster Jeweler here. So today we are going to be working on a ring that needs to go to an 8. The store did not know the size. I had to wait for them to let me know what the size was, which is fine. I went ahead and wrote it on there though. Size to an 8 for them. And this is the ring that we're going to be working on. It's a fancy little ring. Blue sapphires. Got some little diamonds in there. That's a fancy looking ring. $8.49. $8.49. Alright. Where is... There we go. We're going to go ahead and cut this tag off. Cut that off. Get that off of there. We'll put that back in the bag here for them. And we're going to an 8. What size are we right now? We're 6. So we're going 2 sizes. Okay. Alright. Now hopefully I got stock, because I didn't make any stock. And I was supposed to. So hopefully I do. If not, we're going to have to make some stock. But let's hope we don't have to. But let's go ahead and cut our ring here. If you got cutters, cut them if you got them. If you got a jeweler saw or any kind of saw besides a chainsaw, use it if that's what you want to use. Yeah. Didn't want to cut. Jeez. Alright. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Yeah. Ooh, this is tight. Oh, this is going to be a bitch to open up. Oh boy. Oh, you're going to be a bitch. You bitch. Alright, let's strain. Ready? I'm not really straining that hard, guys. I'm just making that noise. That's funny. But man, this thing ain't budging. What the hell? Boy, that's a stiff ass ring. Come on. We might have to tap this up with the hammer. Oh, come on. Hey, we got a little gap, guys. We got a little gap. Oh, come on. I really don't want to tap it with a hammer because I don't want to. We got so many different little stones in there. Because the problem is, when you're tapping, if you tap with a hammer, you have a tendency to hit one side, and it twisting like that can loosen the stones. So, but we might not have much of an option here. Let's see. Because this thing is not budging. Alright, we're going to have to use a hammer, guys, unfortunately. Not that I want to. But what you want to do if you're going to have to use a hammer is you want to hold up underneath with your finger. And just lightly tap. And try to do it evenly on both sides if you can. You don't want to do this side and then this side. I mean, if you have to, you have to, but if you can help it. If you can help not having to. Man, that is a stiff ring. And you know what? I think I might have to make sizing stock, y'all. I think I might. Boy, that ring is so stiff. It's been a while since I've had one that's that stiff to move. Usually it's a white gold that's that stiff, not yellow gold. But such is life, right? We don't always get what we want. Yeah, this thing is stiff as shit. Yes, she is. And I believe we are going to have to make sizing stock, y'all. Because I don't think I got a piece that big in there. I don't think I do. Now we're going to have to beat it past an 8 a little bit. So you see we went from 6, so we're going to have to beat it past an 8 a little bit, because the piece we put in there, we don't want a bunch of tension on it. So we're going to have to go a little bit past. And like I said, don't beat real far on this side and then real far on this side, because you're going to twist the ring like this back and forth, and you don't want to do that. That'll cause the stones to loosen up, so be mindful of that. You can tighten the stones back up, but you don't want to create more work for yourself if you ain't got to, if you know what I mean. Alright, let's go ahead and pull this thing off. Holy shit. That thing does not want to budge. Flip it over and get it loosened up on this side. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make sizing stock, y'all. I think I am. Alrighty, let's see where we're at now. Because we don't want a bunch of tension on that piece that we put in there. Yeah, we're close to an 8 there. Let me go ahead and file these sides down with the cutting disc. And then we're going to look and see if we got a piece that'll go... Oh, shit. Dropped my wheel. dropped my freaking wheel, guys. Alright, now let's go ahead and smooth these sides down a little bit. I find my pedal wherever the hell it went. There we go. Alright. It's been a while since I've had one that stiff. It's a solid ass ring, boy. Alright, let's see where we're at here. So we want to be about a quarter size short when we measure our piece, because we don't want to measure it right at an 8, because then by the time we file it down, everything's going to be too big. I don't think we're going to be lucky, guys. Don't think we are going to be lucky. Yeah, I'm going to have to make some. Well, that sucks. That sucks. Alright. Well, this video just turned a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and we're going to make stock at the bench here, because if you're starting out, you're probably not going to have casting machines and all that bullshit. So you can make your own stock at the bench. So that's what we're going to do. Grab our pieces here. Grab our pieces here, and we'll make some sizing stock. Not a problem. Hold on, let me get you guys all kind of adjusted here. There we go. So yeah, I should have checked that beforehand, but I didn't. So we're just gonna have to work with what we got, guys. We'll make it happen though. And you're gonna have tons of little pieces from doing repairs and stuff and sizing and different things, and that's where you're gonna make most of your stock from. Alrighty. Now you can cast different size, you can cast different sizing stock pieces, but I don't like to do that. I like to just make my pieces at the bench, honestly. Even though I have the casting equipment to do it, I just the casting takes so long. So many different processes. and having to wait for the shit to cook out in the oven and all that bullshit. All right, turn the light out. All right, let's go ahead and melt this together. See how much we got there, because some of this is hollow, so we might not have as much as we would like to have. This we'll find out here in a minute once we get it all melted down. So we're using a 7-tip. Well, that ain't a hell of a whole lot, is it? All right, we'll let that cool off for a second. We'll dip that in water. Now I know that's a little piece, but we'll oh fuck it. Let's add some more to it. Why not? Well, no, we're gonna leave it like that because I don't need to roll a big piece out right now. Don't need to roll a big piece out right now. So let's go ahead and roll this out. Now you will have to anneal it. If you just keep rolling it, it'll start cracking on you. We don't want that. So let's go ahead and bring our roller thing up here. Go ahead and put that through there. And we'll go ahead and roll her out. And let's crank her down. Roll her out. Crank her down some more. Okay, we don't want to roll that out anymore. Let's go anneal it. Now annealing it is where you just you heat it up until it starts to glow and then put it in water. That helps separate the molecules, because if you just keep rolling that out, eventually it will start to split and crack, and we don't want all that. There we go. So you're gonna have to go back and forth to your bench a couple times. So we're just gonna heat it up until it glows. Heat it up till it glows. Till it starts to turn orange. Turn your torch off. And go ahead and dip it in water while it's hot. And don't touch it till you hear it fizz, because you grab it hot, you'll be sorry. And what that does is that separates the molecules and makes it to where you can continue rolling without it cracking on you. So let's go ahead and roll this out. Yeah. Roll that out. Okay. This is going to be a little bit of a slow process, guys. But we do, it is what it is, you know. There we go. All right, let's go anneal it again. Somebody's dog is not happy. I know that ain't mine. Not mine at all. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to heat her up till she glows. Now I don't know if y'all know in my last video, I think it's my last video, where we did size them white gold rings without the white gold solder. And my white gold still ain't came yet. Can you believe that? That's a bitch. Luckily this is yellow gold though. So we got yellow gold hard solder, so we'll be good. If we didn't, we could weld it with some yellow gold. But all right, let's go ahead and go back over here. We annealed it again. And we're going to be going back and forth a little bit here. Annealing and rolling. Annealing and rolling. Now if you got one of them automatic rollers where you just, like it just spins itself and you just put it in there, that's nice. I got the old-fashioned hand crank one. Like I said, all this shit I've had for like over 20 years. A lot of shit's kind of old, but it still works. That's all I care, as long as it still works. I don't give a shit what it looks like. Alright, now what we need to do is turn it sideways into this rolling meal here. I wish I could get you guys at a better angle. It's kind of hard for me to look down and keep the camera in focus, unfortunately. I wish I could though, that would be nice. But what we're doing is put it in there sideways like that, so that we can kind of roll it, start to roll it long ways now. Yeah, that's not far enough there. So let's go ahead and crank that down a little bit. It's still not down far enough, is it? Let's try there. Nope, still not down far enough. Okay. Still not down far enough. Let's go ahead and roll her flat a little more. All right. I think let's roll it flat just a hair a bit more. And then I think that's kind of how we're going to leave it. Come on. Come on. There you go. All right. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I think that'll work for what we need for right now. That will work for what we need right now. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Almost about right. Now let's go ahead and toss that back down there. So there's a piece, we got it all rolled out there. Trying to think if I want to do it that way or that way. Let's go ahead and cut this end off here. Cut that little end piece off real quick. Put that in our pile. Yeah, that'll work good. Let's go ahead and mark where we need to cut it. Where's my ring sizer thingies at? Where'd they go? There we go. There they are. So we're sitting at about an 8 3/4. Let's go ahead and mark it right there. All right, we got our line. We'll go ahead and cut right on that line there. Yep, right on that line. Okay. God dang, it's actually kind of hard to see the line. Like, it's very faint. Looks like right there. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and what we're going to do is file the sides down, then cut a groove in, kind of help lock it in place when we put it in the ring there. Well, I guess this weekend is going to be an indoor weekend, so I will be streaming reaction streams if you guys want to check me out over there, because it's supposed to be raining all weekend where I'm at, so I'm gonna be inside streaming probably. Alright. Now let's see how this is going to sit in there. Let's just see. There we go. Looks pretty good. Now, luckily, we got plenty of hard yellow solder, so we're not going to have to weld it with yellow gold pieces like we did the last white gold ring we did, which is nice. So let's go ahead and dip our ring in boric acid denatured alcohol here. Let's go ahead and switch back to a 5-tip, because you hit this ring with a 7-tip and it's going to go bye-bye. It'll disappear pretty quick. There's our 5. Let's go ahead and light her up. Let that burn off. Well, she's still burning off, huh? There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and cut us some yellow gold solder here. There we go. All right, now let's get us some flux. That would help. Flux always helps. There we go. All right, guys, let's see if we can get this thing welded together. Let's just see if we can. Let's go ahead and grab our piece, one of our pieces here. I gotta crank this torch up a little bit. There we go. Going ahead and get her welded in there. We gotta crank this torch up some more. It's pretty thick and wide shank. It's a solid ring, that's for damn sure. Just come at it from the top here a little bit. Now, usually like on not so wide shanks, I like to solder it from the side because it helps put heat at the bottom and the top. But when you're dealing with a wide shank like this, you might have to hit it from the top because you might melt the sides before it actually starts to flow all the way across. So you might want to just do it from the top if you're dealing with a wide shank like this. Or you can even pull it from the other side, it doesn't matter. There we go. That's one side. Let's get this other side here. Come on. Quit being stubborn. Oh, you bitch. Alright, we're gonna have to cut us another piece. That thing did not go where we wanted it to. I don't know if y'all were able to see that through the camera there, but it did not go where it should have. Did not go where it was supposed to. Well, let's crank the torch up just a hair. There we go. Sorry guys, just trying to keep you in focus here. I think she went. Damn, it's hard to tell. I think I need to put some more flux on that side. This side's being a little stubborn for some reason. Don't know why, but she is. Let's put a little bit more flux on there. Try this again. There we go. I think we're good now. Let me look at the bottom here. Let me zoom you guys out real quick. Let's look at the bottom. Yeah, looks like it went all the way through. As far as I can tell anyways. Alright, we're gonna have to let that cool off for a minute. We could dip it in water because we got the blue sapphires wouldn't shatter, but we just want to be on the safe side. Sometimes better just to be on the safe side if you're not 100% sure. But this is diamonds and blue sapphires. They wouldn't shatter putting them in water with the heat, but our luck, it would prove us wrong. Yeah, it looks like we are welded in there. Yeah. Looks good from what I can tell. Be able to tell more when it cools off. Let's put it on the mandrel. That'll help cool it off faster. Be able to tell once we can actually hold it and look at it. So yeah, man, I hope everybody's weekend's going to be good. Now, this is going to be another video, but you guys remember this ring while we're waiting on that one to cool down. Remember this one? We just sized this one, and the store that I got it from gave me the wrong size. I sized it to the size that they said to size it to, but that wasn't the correct size. So since it wasn't the correct size, now we're going to size it up to a 9. I think they had me size it to an 8 originally. What the fuck? He told me to a 7. How do you get that wrong? 7? It's supposed to be a 9. This was okay, yeah, this was originally 8. I'll have to go back and watch the video, but they said 7, so we sized it down to 7. Now we're going to jump back up 2 sizes. Man, how are you that far off? Boy, that was wrong. So it actually needed to go up 1 size. They told me it needed to go down 1 size because it was an 8, so we went down to 7, but now we're going to have to jump up 2. Well, hey, ain't got nothing to do with me, man. Wasn't my fault. Was not my fault. And they said it wasn't my fault, which, I mean, I only sized to what it said. It said size to a 7. But we're gonna size that one up 2 sizes too. But that's gonna be another video. Alright, let's look at this thing. And the best part is when we do this, we still haven't got our white gold solder, so we're gonna have to weld it without solder. Alright, that looks good. Does look good. Let's see what our size is looking like here. We have to do some tapping. Got to do a little bit of tapping here. I want to file these sides down real quick. A little bit of that piece we put in there. But yeah, we're supposed to have ugly weather this weekend where I'm at. Which is good, I guess, because we need the rain. We haven't had a lot of rain the past couple months. Okay. Let's do some more tapping here. We're kind of like a tight 7 3/4 right now. Oh, you bitch. Of course you would. Look at that. Tried to split on us right there. Of course you would. Alright. Not a problem. We'll get that welded again. That happens sometimes, guys. Doesn't happen all the time, but it does sometimes. You will have your piece welded in there. Most of the time it's not going to split while you're tapping on it, but occasionally it does. It's just part of the game. Part of the game. So let's go ahead and we did our boric acid denatured alcohol. We'll put some more flux on there. Now the other issue is I hope it doesn't separate on us. Because being now that it's got some of that tension on it, that piece might separate on us. Hopefully it won't. But you never know. You never know. Sorry guys, trying to keep you in focus there. We need more fire. More fire. But yeah, leave down in the comments, man, if that's happened to you. It's happened to all of us. Sometimes the piece just doesn't go the way it's supposed to go. There we go. I think we got it welded back together there. We're gonna have to let that cool off for a few again. That we are. It's kind of hard to tell. Looks like it went all the way through. Yeah. Okay, let's let that cool off for a minute. But yeah, guys, leave down in the comments, man. You ever had a ring split on you while you're tapping on it? I know it's happened to all of us, I'm sure. And 90% of the time doesn't happen, especially if you're using hard solder, but occasionally it does. Now, if you're trying to size rings with easy or medium, you're probably going to have it splitting on you a lot. I don't recommend sizing rings with easy or medium solder. You could use that on chains if you got to or whatever, but I wouldn't use that to size rings. All right, let's do some more tapping here. Let me look at this real quick. Just want to make sure. Yeah, she's welded. Okay. All right. Now flip her over, tap on this side. Let's grab our rubber mallet here a little bit. All right, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We're kind of like a tight 8 right now. Kind of like a tight 8 on that side, tight 8 on that side still. Kind of a tight 8. Flip her over, kind of a tight 8. All right, that is, no, still kind of a tight 8 on that side. You want to make sure it says the right, you want to make sure it says same size on both sides when you flip the ring over. So that's an 8. Not quite an 8 on that side. See, that's an 8. And that is kind of like a tight 8 on that side. So that's about an 8 there. And that's about an 8 there. I don't think we're going to do any more tapping. It's a little bit tight 8, but by the time we clean and polish this thing up, she's going to be good. So now what we need to do is go ahead and file that inside down. Oh, hold on. We got this one on, so let's go ahead and file the back side first. Since we've already got this on there. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm wearing glasses, but I still had a piece fling up into my eye. Now you want to make sure that you do wear safety glasses, because not long ago, I didn't film it and I didn't really bring it up, but probably about 2 months ago, I was working on a piece and I forgot to put my glasses on, and it would be the one time that I forgot to put them on. I started grinding on a silver pendant, and a little itty bitty piece flung up and went into my eye and actually got stuck in my eye, and I had to go to the emergency room and get them to get it out because it hurt like a son of a bitch. Luckily it didn't do any damage to my eye or anything, but you always want to make sure you're wearing safety glasses, because if them pieces fling up and they get in your eye, that shit is not fun. That happened, like I said, that happened to me about 2 months ago. I didn't really want to bring it up then because it would have made good drama for YouTube, but I'm not really all about that. I wasn't trying to do like a feel sorry for me party kind of thing, you know? We're back. We got the inside pretty much smoothed out. Need to do a little bit more smoothing out there, but for the most part, sorry guys, I was trying to hold, but I was like, nah, I gotta go to the restroom. There's no freaking way. Alright, I think we got that inside pretty smoothed out. For the most part, anyway. For the most part. Now, one thing I do want to do is I want to go through and check these stones just to make sure none of them are loose. I'm not so much worried about the ones on the top here. It's these ones that are in the channel setting. Yeah, they're all good and tight. Check this side one more time. Yep, that's tight. Okay. All right. Good deal. All right, so we got the inside smoothed out pretty much. We need to work on the outside and the sides now. That we do need to do. Alright guys, go ahead and get these sides done now. Alright, let's hit this other side. Alright guys, I think we are ready to drop this into ultrasound and go get her polished. So I'll drop this in ultrasound and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are ready to get this thing polished up, man. Get her looking good. It is a good looking ring, man. I will say that. It is a good looking ring. Alright guys, we about got this backside looking good. Look at that, can't even tell where we put it in at. It's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Alright, now let's hit this other side. Alright guys, let's hit the inside of this. Alright guys, I think we're ready to go drop this in ultrasound, get all this rouge off of it, and we'll come back and look at the finished product, guys. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back with that ring. You said we got it nice, clean, and polished. Got her looking good. Got shit all over it, of course, which is nothing new for us. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. This was definitely fairly uncomplicated repair. Wasn't anything too crazy. It's a nice ring though. This is a good looking ring. But at any rate guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. If you would like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you'd like to leave a tip or donation, the links for that will be down in the description, although it's not required. Just kind of helps the channel grow and show some love. But yeah, man. Also, if you'd like to check, if you're looking to buy jewelry in the Jacksonville area, I highly recommend Money Miser on Blanding Boulevard. And if you're not in the Jacksonville area and you're looking to buy jewelry, I was going to say jewelry online, but I forgot I'm not doing that shit no more. My bad. But at any rate, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. This was definitely this is a nice ring, man. Wasn't fairly too uncomplicated. We did have to make some size and stock for it, but no big deal. But at any rate, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Also, if you like check out my live streams, you can check out that'll be on Kick, Rumble, Beam, or Twitch. I'm on all four of those. And then you could also check out my also if you want me to do your repairs, you can visit my Etsy shop, which I'll have the link for that down in the description as well. But this is Gangster Jeweler, guys. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate the loyal followers and subscribers, man. But I think that about covers everything. And this is the Gangster Jeweler. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, y'all.